Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to make something that I never make before. I'm going to make a small fiber box using all sort of fiber scrap I have, mainly those furnishing fibers. They are quite small pieces, but there should be some use of them. Why I make this is because I'm kind of like angry. I just grab a whole bunch of it and make it with a bit of anger. Why I'm angry is because I got a fine ticket for $330 for parking at the corner while I pick up my daughter from preschool. I honestly didn't know there's a yellow line at the corner. I'm not parked at the corner, but a little bit close to the corner. But I didn't realize there's like a half-meter yellow light extend to the place that I park. So I ran to the preschool, pick up my daughter for 2-3 minutes, and I come back and see the fine tickets. I'm not angry to people who give me the fine because I make the mistake and I got the fine. That's fair enough. I'm angry to myself because my angry is because why I in such hurry. Yes, there's still I'm running late, but there's still 7 minutes that I could walk from other street to the preschool. I could run. I parked there because I'm kind of like lazy, because I thought just 2 minutes I can park there. As long as I'm a bit further from the corner, that's fine. And I never ever know that there's yellow line. Yeah, it's just angry because one, there's a financial loss. It basically means I work free for a whole days, and it's after a long stressful day. That's really frustrated. But I'm mostly angry with myself for making the decision of parking there, and I'm still debating whether I should tell my husband. Yeah, so that's a bit of emotional background behind these creations. But once I start making it, I feel a bit more relaxed, and because I'm constantly talking to myself in my heart, in my mind, that I tell myself that's okay. I make the mistake, that's fine. Now I know I can park in the yellow line, so I can avoid that mistake in the futures. So I won't do that again. So that $330 is a good lesson. It seems like, you're paying for your driving test, etc. And it's time for me to refresh my traffic rules. I've been driving for more than 10 years without any big problem, but whatever happens, it happens. Sometimes it's just like that. And next time I will just park next the street and walk from there. Just don't be lazy. Yeah, and that 330 once gone is gone. It's not going to happen every day, so that's fine. I can overwork maybe on a weekend to earn it back and pay for that fine. That's fine. And if I look at my whole life, that 300 is just nothing at all. So after this conversation in my heart, I feel I forgive myself. Is it that bad? I forgive myself, and I feel quite relaxed, and I start concentrate on creating this one, add more detail, add more embellishment, make it from a whole bunch of ugly stuff to something that are interesting. While I reflect on the mistake of getting the fire, I also think of other mistakes that I have, during my life. A lot of money that I spend, but it's pretty waste. A lot of decisions that I could regret, and words that I say that I regret, and some creations that I make, but it's total failure. All the mistake is kind of like an experiment, and allow me to see the different sign of the life. If you been success all the time, you think things are very easy. Driving is easy, crafting is easy, having childbirth, raising children, being parents are very easy. Earning money is easy. If you've been success all the time, no problem, no mistake, no difficulty, you think life is just very easy, and you won't be appreciate what you got, and you won't have empathy with people that have been failed or have trouble in their life. All this failure and mistake is a lessons to build you with more understanding of life, because actually life is not that easy. Life is full of failure. Sometimes I find it really hard to juggling between my roles, being a parent and being a daughter, taking care of older parents. I'm the only child, and talking to my husband is so hard, and I just couldn't get him understanding. All sort of thing. Then I slowly know that most of us are full of challenge, and we are not happy because life is just like that. The mistake that I've been make help me to understand myself, and also understand how other people's life will be. When you posting your story of getting fired, for example, getting fired, speeding, or parking in place that are not allowed, and if you're posting on internet, you won't get any empathy, and people will laugh at you, tease at you that you break the rule, and you want some leniency, you want some empathy. And why you post on internet? What you aim for? You deserve the fine. You break the law, you break the rule. You are the criminals that cause other people's misfortune. There's a lot of negativities on internet, especially on internet. But I never say things like that. I never teasing other people, even that person is in wrong, because in life there's all sorts of situations that will lead you to something that you shouldn't do, especially you have children and you have busy life. It just happens. It's not an excuse, it just happened like that. So if you see other people sharing their failure, sharing their mistake, to me, I think there should be some empathy, some understanding, and what you can learn from other people's mistake is to, learn from it. And for yourself, it's benefit for yourself, because you can avoid doing the same thing, and it can save you money, save you resource. So, for example, like I'm sharing that you shouldn't park in the yellow light. So, probably some other people like me that never know that we shouldn't park in the yellow light. Yeah, so yeah, I never hasten to share my failure and mistake because I think this is a valuable resource. Nowadays on internet, people are more prone to show what they achieve. Beautiful body, beautiful creations, successful life, a good job, good story. Everything is so good, so very good. But this is just one side of life. I personally would prefer to know more about another side, because those dark side that people want to hide and people don't want to show are something that very valuable. I don't know whether I think the right way, but I would prefer to learn something that not glamorous. That's why I like to show my crafting process along with some of my crappy story, because you may see this idea from other channel, and this is never new, and there's always things that happen in the past. It just happened again. Nothing new. I'm not like I'm creating something that never happened before. So but what I can offer is to like a real process, a real life with a real human being, and with some real mistake. At the beginning of my sewing, I have seen a lot of YouTube tutorial and Pinterest, people sharing in their Facebook groups. Things are so beautiful, and especially the video, it always presents it in a really fast forward way. The machine and the quay is finished. It's like from cutting the fibers to making a clothes, it can be presented in 1 minute video, and that's so fast, so neat. How could people sew that neat? And not until that I actually start making the quotes, making clothes, start actually creating, I realized it's just not that simple. It's not as simple as the video shows. There's a lot of challenge, and it's a lot more slower. So this kind of like illusions that can track the beginner, and then once we got stuck or get some have some mistake, then we could easily give up, because it's not as simple as we expected. But the more I sew, more I realize, sewing is hard, crafting is hard, but it doesn't mean that it's as hard as building a rocket. So we can always learn from our mistake, learn from other crafter. So yeah, that's my thoughts for today. Enough mumbo jumbo, I think. I don't know whether people are sick with me talking, all sort of stuff that probably not quite related to craft. But yeah, that's because I will think of things in my mind when I craft things, and that's why I sometimes like to share with you. And I will start making it, adding some embellishment, and I make this a folded piece in parts because I want to make a pocket. So I just simply add straight stitches to one side so it can close up the bottom, and then I can put something in it. It's very, making these fibers book is even simpler than making the paper ones. I think maybe because one, I am more familiar with stitching. Two is it doesn't need glue. Those glue, when you need to apply very carefully, it did take a lot of time, and you need to wait for the glue to dry, not sieving through, and the glue may be not that reliable. You need to do that again. But with fibers, I can just stitch down. I don't need a lot of close back stitches or nice little applique stitches. I can just do the raw edge, simple running stitches, and it's quite relaxing because it doesn't have much rule, because I have enough of rules, isn't it? And I'm able to use all sort of tiny piece with interesting image I've been saving in this little one. How cute is the dolly? How cute is the scraps and the fiber yo-yo? And I can add a lot of button on it. Oh, and this beautiful golden rib rats. I don't have many left, I think, but I'm determined to use it because it's so beautiful. and here I want to make something pretty glamorous. I took the idea of, you know, those praying, like a mini praying quails. Is that what they call? You know, you make some sort of things that can fold, and then you can spread out when you pray. In the pockets, there's like a cross, you know, tiny cross, and some religion's image. And I took the idea, and I want to stitch this. I think it's a broken jewelry. I didn't own it. It just come to me in a scrap bag someone passed to me for free. I think that crafter is saving every bit, determined to use in her sewing or craft, but find out she just couldn't do that much. So I got a lot of free resource from other crafter. This is one of them. I'm still trying to find the suitable fibers to cover these messy bits. Maybe the blues can do. I really like this check blue piece. It seems like a brighter side of the blue. It have the darker side, but it have a brighter side if you open it. Yeah. and I want to add another button on the right hand side of the corner. I think I add too many buttons, so I'm a bit worried that if we can close properly, but fabric is really flexible, so let's see. Oh, I have a better idea of it. I have another heart, so they can come in pairs. So the little hearts can't be that alone. So yeah, that two hearts can be in the center, and it close okay. It's a little bit stick out like in the middle, and the bottom make it a bit wide, but it's okay. Look at that, isn't it nice? So I hope you enjoyed today's videos, and you may want to make something like that. I promise you this is fun. So that's it for today. That's so cute. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.